We've sold over $33 million of my own coaching offer online. And in this video, I'm gonna show you how to scale. Now, I understand that you might be a little bit skeptical. Look me up, my name is Dan Henry. You will see that everything I'm saying is true. I don't wanna waste your time in this video validating myself, so let's get right to it. So if you have a coaching offer, if you have a services offer like an agency, whatever, and you want to get to 1 million as fast as possible, think about this. If you have a $100 product, you will need 10,000 yeses to get to $1 million. If you have a $200 product, you will need 5,000 yeses to get to $1 million. If you have a $500, you will need 2,000 yeses. If you need a $1,000, you will need 1,000 yeses. So as you can see here, the more you charge, the less yeses you need. Now, when you charge $10,000, guess what? You only need 100 yeses to get to 1 million. And when you charge 50,000, you only need 50 yeses to get to $1 million. Now let me ask you a question. What is easier, to get 10,000 yeses or to get 100 yeses or 50 yeses? Obviously, it's easier to get 100 or 50 than 10,000. The principle here is if you want to make $1 million as fast as possible, your sole focus should be on learning to create an offer that costs a lot of money and figuring out how to sell it. The more you can charge, the quicker you can get to $1 million. Now, let me give you an actual example. Years ago, I got divorced from my wife because I was very, very busy in my business, and I'll be honest with you, I wasn't showing up for my family. And we were divorced for 4 years, and eventually I was able to get my wife back because I completely changed my habits, I completely changed my life, I quit drinking, I quit hanging out with unscrupulous people, all this stuff, and I was able to get her back. And I promised her that I would take a year or two to focus on our marriage before I went back to business. I had already made millions of dollars with my coaching offer. I had bought real estate. I mean, I was good. So I could take the time to focus on my personal life with my wife. And so I did. So I took about 1.5 years, 2 years off. When I came back, all of this, MRR, community, membership site, school craze was going on. So I thought, okay, well, maybe if I do that, that'll be easier than selling high ticket because then I don't really got to do much. Boy, was I wrong. When we launched that offer, we did $130,000 in the first week in monthly recurring revenue. However, in order to maintain that amount was a ton of work, And we could never really crack like 150 grand a month. Sure, it was recurring, but 100 grand a month in recurring revenue is not $1.2 million a year. It's more like 400 grand a year because you have churn. Okay? And you have to work very hard to make up for that churn. So recently, a couple months ago, we stopped focusing on growing that membership site, and we instead created a new high-ticket program. Well, our membership cut almost in half. Like, we lost like half of our members. Everybody kind of was like, what's going on? Like, why is Dan losing all these members? What's going on? Well, when we launched our high ticket offer last month, we did $800,000 in sales, we collected $494,000, and we did $88,000 in ticket sales for that event. So $88,000 in low ticket plus another like $60,000 from the membership site. Guys, like, with less amount of effort into the membership site, 800 grand versus like 60 grand. And at its best, 130 grand. And so it just goes to show you that the more you charge, the more you can freaking make. Now you might say, well, wait a minute, Dan, isn't it easier to get somebody to say yes to like $97 a month than it is $10,000 or $5,000 or $25,000? No, it's not. Look, let me explain. Let's call this the yes circle. And this circle represents all the things your customer thinks about to say, yes, I will buy. Most of you think that the sole thing that exists in this circle is money. Oh, it's $97. That's easy to say yes to. Oh, it's $10,000. That's hard to say yes to. No. Think about it this way. Not only do they, especially in coaching and even in services, not only do they have to give you money, but they also have to think about giving you time. Because it takes time for them to implement what you show them. It takes time for them to use, like let's say you do Instagram Reels, you edit Instagram Reels. They still have to film the Reels for you to edit. It takes time, and time is infinitely more valuable than money. In fact, here's a little thought experiment. I offer to wire you $1 million, no questions asked. Of course you say yes. However, what if I say, but you can't wake up tomorrow? Well, then are you gonna say yes? No, you're not. Why? Because you'd be dead. Oh, what about 10 million? What about 100 million? What about $1 billion? What about 100 billion? The answer is still no. Why? Because I took all of your time. You are not willing to trade any amount of money for time, because time is infinitely more valuable than money. So people think about time. So this cuts the circle in half. They're thinking about money, they're also thinking about time. But then they also think about their confidence. Are they confident that they can actually get the result from your work? So they might say to themselves, well, I really believe in Dan. I think he can help me. But I don't know if I am going to do the work. I don't know if I am going to stick with it. Or, hey, I believe that this company can edit my Reels and make them great, but I don't know if I can monetize those views and make money, right? I don't know if I, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so now you have that. And then you have also, you have the plan, right? Does this fit into their life plan? Some people will be interested in something, but they might, am I going to do this forever? You know, do I really want this? Blah, 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 blah. And so now you cut it into fours: money, confidence, plan, and time. And look, there's more than this. Like, I could keep going and make this a huge pizza of all the things that a customer thinks about when considering your offer. And so once you're able to convince them of this, and this, and this, and all this, you've done all this work, they're gonna commit the time. They're gonna commit their life plan. They're gonna commit their confidence. They're gonna commit all this. Then when it comes down to the money, that's just one piece. And now you're only gonna ask them for $97, $100, $500? Think about that. You've done all this work, and now, if you just said $10,000, you would be surprised how many people would say, okay, because it's just one piece of the pie. The money is just one piece of the pie. So when you realize that, you realize you can charge more. You want to scale, you really want to scale your services, you really want to scale your coaching offer. You learn how to solve a problem that transforms someone's life, that makes their life substantially better, and you learn what to say to show them that the cost of not solving their problem completely outweighs the cost of your offer, even if it's $5,000, even if it's $10,000, heck, even if it's $25,000. And when you can do that, now you can charge more. Now you get less yeses to get to $1 million. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you scale. Now, if you are interested to learn how to explain what you do so well that it makes your offer seem so freaking amazing that people just can't help but buy, well, I call that an epic pitch. And I have an event called the Epic Pitch Challenge. It's completely online, where I walk you through that process and I help you create an epic pitch for your offer so that you can charge more, so that you need less yeses, so that you can make more money faster. If you're interested in that, I'll leave a link in the description. Check it out. And if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next one.